Alrighty, so what is going down, PokeMoshPit? This is KingQuags here bringing you guys today's battle upload. And I really want to thank PokeMoshPit for allowing me to upload a battle here. It's amazing. So hope you guys enjoy this battle as well as this narration. Now, quick glance at his team, he has several things that he could potentially lead off with. Either Ferroseed, Onix, Gligar, or Omastar. So I'm going to opt to lead off with Typhlosion simply because Typhlosion can scare off any of his potential leads. So also, the reason why he has a Gligar on his team is because this battle took place before tier changes. So, yeah, so this battle is an RU match, in case you can't tell already. But, yeah, so Gligar, this battle took place before tier changes. That's all you need to know. So, anyways, he's just going to decide to lead off Ferroseed. So, obviously, he's going to want to switch into something that resists the eruption, either being Onix or Omastar. So I'd opt to go for the Hidden Power Grass to hit either one of those switch-ins for 4 times super effective damage. He decides to go into Onix, and unfortunately, he has a mishap, and he said that he had Rockhead over Sturdy. I highly doubt that mattered though, because of the fact that he would have died next turn anyway, or he more than likely would have died next turn anyways to another Hidden Power Grass, or if he switched out, he would have died to a Stealth Rock switch in. So I'm locking Hidden Power Grass, and I really can't touch Tangrowth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Munchlax and see if he's either offensive or more of a support type of set. And if he's offensive, I could take whatever he wants to throw at me well, or if he's more support, then I have Munchlax there as Sleep Fodder, Leech Seed, and get rid of that. But he shows me he's a supportive set, which kind of comes into play later. But gonna go into Typhlosion. This time I'm playing it safe, gonna go for Eruption. He brings in Omastar, and because of the fact that I'm a choice specs Typhlosion as opposed to Scarp, this Eruption is going to be doing roughly 25% to this Omastar, which is great. So now I know that he's going to want to go for a Surf or Hydro Pump, so I'm going to go into my Gallade. Now, the reason why it went to the Gallade over Munchlax is because I want to scare his Omastar out and force him to go into Gligar so that I can trick his Gligar, the Choice Scarf, on the switch in, and then take the thing's EV Light away, give that thing the Choice Scarf, and completely cripple it, and that's exactly what happens. Gligar comes in, I give it the Choice Scarf, that thing is crippled very early in the match, which is very good for me. So, knowing he's going to want to go for some sort of supportive move, either being Stealth Rocks or Toxic, I'm going to go into Omastar because either way, I'm guaranteed at least one Shell Smash. If he goes for the Stealth Rocks, I get my Omastar in before the Stealth Rocks, which will preserve my Focus Sash, and then I get a Shell Smash off on the switch, and then another Shell Smash off in the event that he wants to hit me, and my sash will keep me alive. Or if he goes for poison, he poisons me. I get a shell smash off on the switch, and then I roll from there, and that's exactly what happens. He brings in Ferroseed, gonna kill that thing with a hidden power fire, and yeah, so Ferroseed's out of the way early also. So two of his walls are gone, even though his team's a lot of walls. So anyways, now he's gonna bring in Porygon Z now, and I was kind of hoping that just somewhere in my gut that hopefully it was like a Life Orb Agility or Specs, but he's Choice Scarf, and he's gonna outspeed me, kill me with a Thunderbolt, which is kind of sad, but oh well, shit happens. So I'm gonna bring in my Sandslash now because I know he's locked on to Thunderbolt because he outsped my Omastar +2, so he's obviously gonna be Scarfed. So I know he's going to want to switch out now, so I'm going to take this opportunity to set my rocks. Even though nothing in his team is severely weak to rocks, I would like to have my rocks up on the side of the field in the event that his Omastar is Focus Sash like mine. So, knowing that his Tangrowth is a bulky set and not an offensive set, I'm pretty sure that I could take any hit he wants to throw me because there's no way that he could one-shot my Sandslash unless he's fully invested in the special attack and hits me with a Giga Drain. And he goes with Hidden Power Ice there. Chances are he went for the Hidden Power Ice, predicting my Tangrowth, my own Tangrowth coming in. But obviously, I want to stay in because I want to Toxic this Tangrowth. Because if I get Toxic this thing, then that'll be great. I get the Toxic buildup. So I go into my Munchlax here, pretty much to take another Hidden Power Ice or Giga Drain, whatever he wants to go for. But he's also going to end up switching out and go into his Porygon Z now. So now I want to wake up, try to go for a Body Slam so I can paralyze that thing, but he goes into Omastar here. Now right now I'm in kind of a tough predicament because of the fact that either way he's gonna get at least one Shell Smash off. And the thing is, I don't have anything on my team that can outspeed a +2 Omastar, so I'm in kind of a tough spot. So my best chance to get out of this predicament is if I could wake up and whirlwind that almost start out of the field, because if I could do that, then I should be fine. And fortunately for me, he just tries to get cocky and sets up another shell smash, but fortunately enough, I do manage to wake up this turn, and I do manage to whirlwind him out of there. And so that right there, I was just very fortunate for that to happen, because that right there pretty much prevented me from getting swept by an Omastar. So I managed to whirlwind him into his Gligar, which is fine. And chances are he's going to want to go for the Tox again. So I'm going to switch out, go into my Sandslash, because Sandslash is my most disposable Pokemon at the moment. Because looking at his team, he has nothing on his team that's a physical hitter. So Sandslash, like I said, is my most disposable Pokemon, because Sandslash's purpose on this team is to take physical hits, set up rocks, and spin away hazards. He has no physical attackers on his team left. My rocks are on. I have my rocks set up, and he has no spinners, and he has nothing left on his side of the field that could set up hazards for me to spin away. So at this point, Sandslash is pretty much here just kind of as death fodder, and to pretty much build up toxic damage on this Tangrowth, because I kind of noticed that he doesn't have the Regenerator ability, which is alright, I guess. I don't know, but I would kind of suggest having a Regenerator on there. But getting going to Typhlosion now to pretty much try to kill something with an eruption. And gonna go for the eruption here. He decides to bring fodder off Gligar, because he kind of realizes at this point that if he doesn't want to bring in Omastar directly into a an eruption for one, and two, Gligar is pretty much crippled at this point. It's pretty much dead weight for him. So it appeared as if Gligar was his weakest link. So he wanted to get rid of that, so he get a safe switch into Omastar. So Omastar's in, and I'm going to switch out of there, go into my Munchlax, because I don't want to take a Surf from that Omastar, obviously, because Typhlosion can single-handedly take out everything on his team. So Typhlosion really is my key player in this match. So he goes for Surf on my Munchlax, and I go for a Stockpile here, because I made a mishav of my own, and I have leftovers over Eviolite. So that's just kind of just lowers my Munchlax's survivability. So I went for a Stockpile there, hoping I could take another Surf well, and then I could go for Body Slam and hope for a pair of hacks. But he goes into Tangrowth here. I can't do anything to this thing, so I'm gonna have to switch out of there and go into my own Tangrowth. Yeah, okay, yeah, I go into my own Tangrowth, thinking that he'll want to go for the Leech Seed, because since Munchlax have a huge amount of HP stat, he would get a lot of HP back from each turn of Leech Seed. So I just didn't want that to happen, so I went into my own Tangrowth as just to take the Leech Seed. But he goes to the Sleep Powder, so that kind of sucks, because Tangrowth would have been nice to have as a, or to hit things physically. And yeah, because Tangrowth is a physical attacker. So we're both going to end up switching out. I go into my Typhlosion, he goes into his Porygon Z. Now, since I know he's Scarfed, he will be able to outspeed me and do a lot of damage to me with whatever. Now, he decides to lock himself onto Thunderbolt. Now, I don't know why, but I don't know why he didn't lock himself onto Tri-Attack, because Tri-Attack would be doing more to anything on my team. So now that I know he's locked onto Thunderbolt, and I know that he's Scarfed and not Specs, I'm hoping that I could take at least one Thunderbolt and hit him with the Fire Blast and hopefully KO him. And that Thunderbolt does 50% to me, it looks like, and I'm personally surprised I took that well, because Porygon Z have a pretty high special attacking stat. So brings in Omastar now. Same situation as a couple turns ago. I don't want to or I don't want to lose my Typhlosion, so I'm going to go into Munchlax, take a Surf, and more shenanigans happens. And looking at the damages, looking at it, not even thinking about the mental math, it kind of looks like that did about 25%. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for a sub and hope that his Surf will do like minimum damage or something like that, and that my Munchlax's sub will be able to live with like 4 HP left in it or something, so that I can have more chances to go for a Body Slam and get the paralysis off on the Omastar, because if I get the paralysis off on Omastar, then it'll be a lot easier to deal with, and I won't have to worry too much about him shell smashing in my face. So unfortunately enough, I did not have enough HP to survive and my sub to survive a Surf, but fortunately enough, I do get the pair hacks with the Body Slam. So at this point, I'm just going to fodder off my Munchlax and just leave it in to die, and so I could just bring in something else to revenge kill. So I decided to go into my Typhlosion because his last Pokemon on his team are both Tangrowth and this Omastar. Now here I go for the Focus Blast because I didn't want to go for Hidden Power Grass in the event that he did switch into Tangrowth, but I didn't want to go for a Fire Blast in the event that he stayed in. So I went for Focus Blast because it was kind of like the middle ground right there. Because if he stayed in, and if I hit, then he would almost would die. If he brought in Tangrowth, which he did, then Tangrowth would take a lot of damage and then more than likely die to poison. So I missed the Focus Blast, which is very unfortunate. And I didn't want to stay in and go for Focus Blast again because I didn't want to risk it being a Typhlosion versus Omastar matchup and me missing the Focus Blast and having that cost me the game because that happens a lot. So I go into my Tangrowth just so I could switch up moves and lock myself on the Hidden Power Grass. No, I didn't switch in sooner because I was unconfident whether or not a Hidden Power Grass will KO his Tangrowth from this range. So what I do is I'm just going to leave my Tangrowth in as Death Fodder, get some poison damage racking up, and just hope that he'll be brought down to a range where Hidden Power Grass will be able to KO this Tangrowth for sure, and then I could just very easily KO the Omastar. Now, Poison brings him down to a very, very low amount, so at this point, game is pretty much sealed for me. Hidden Power Grass will very easily KO the Tangrowth, and then Omastar will come in, it's paralyzed, I can very easily outspeed that thing, kill that thing, so that right there will be the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this match, and if you did, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you enjoyed about it, or what you feel that I could work on. Also, if you enjoyed the battle and the narration, click the like button, and yeah, and also yeah. So, anyways, once again, I want to thank PokeMoshPit for allowing me to upload this battle here. It's just awesome, and yeah, so anyways, with that stuff being said, hope you guys enjoyed this battle as well as my narration. And if you did, leave a comment. Don't forget to show that like button some love, and don't forget to subscribe. So with that stuff being said, peace, and I hope to see you guys some more.